level 1 water emergency is no longer an if, it's a when. Tonight, city leaders are at City Hall sharing how it could impact you.
I think that's so unfair.
Plus, an abandoned apartment complex in Beeville, but one family still lives there. We'll tell you why the city is getting involved. And potholes and rainy weather are adding up to frustration. Jada Jenkins tells us why potholes are sprouting on the west side and what the city blames for the whole mess. Your News at 5 starts now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. We begin tonight with the City Water Workshop, which was centered around level 1 water emergency. The city's modelers now forecast we will enter a water emergency this September. City leaders are now focused on what comes next, more water restrictions, curtailments, and surcharges. The recommendation from Corpus Christi Water is that every customer, meaning people, businesses, and industry, should cut their usage by 25%. City Council is now trying to focus on making water monitoring easier for these customers.
When's the last time you looked at your usage? We don't. People are busy working, raising children. Our residents must know they have to have some communication. They cannot be asked to purchase a meter reader.
City Council is set to vote on a level 1 water emergency restriction starting next week. At April 28th City Council meeting, they'll continue to vote on more the following week, May 5th. Well, if you've been waiting to get a rain barrel from the city, more on the way. During a workshop today, Councilwoman Sylvia Campos asked when the city will restock its supply. Water COO Nick Winkleman says 500 new rain barrels could arrive by Friday or Monday. City Manager Peter Zanoni was asked if the city plans to discount the barrels. He says the city does not make a profit on them. Zanoni says giving them away for free would force ratepayers to cover the costs. The barrels cost $47. The city sold 456 barrels in March alone.
I'm Stephanie Molina in Taft, and the city has now joined other Coastal Bend communities in declaring a local state of disaster amid the drought and water supply concerns.
The city of Taft buys water from the San Patricio Municipal Water District. The district gets its water from the city of Corpus Christi. Mayor Alida Castillo explains that anything that happens in Corpus Christi will eventually trickle down to Taft.
It's inevitable, like we are going to go towards a level 1 crisis.
The current drought has left the city of Taft with a low critical water supply. That's on top of problems with its water distribution system. All of this led to Mayor Castillo issuing a declaration of local state of disaster on April 17th.
We had to take action, hopefully to get the state's attention on, that it's not just impacting Corpus, it's impacting us and our residents. It's not even just a quality of life issue, it is a health and safety issue.
Castillo explained that it's impacting more than just water, it's impacting the homes they live in.
They haven't been able to water their lawns, water their foundation as much. Everybody's concerned about water usage and rising water rates.
Another concern Taft resident Jose Moreno shared with me is high water bills. He says any help will be appreciated.
I would like intervention from the state, and if absolutely necessary, the national level, because this problem is not just here in Taft, but it's regional.
For the safety of the community, she will ask residents to fill out the Texas Division of Emergency Management's damage survey to document any structural damage they have experienced due to the drought.
So that the state then has this information, and then they could use that to determine how much funding municipalities can apply for.
The declaration lasts 7 days, but Mayor Castillo says she plans to extend that time in the next council meeting. In Taft, I'm Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Steph, thank you. As we continue to track our drought, we also continue to see the rain. Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber joins us with the first look outside. Steph, how was it looking today?
Well, not as much rain. We expected that. A warm up. We expected that. But as our window for rainfall closes, there are still some winds to take away from this that we will see very soon. I'm showing you the current radar loop over the past 12 hours, which includes the Nueces River watershed outlined there in blue. We've done well, even with the small passing showers that we've had over the past 12 hours. It's amounted to something. And guess what? We did record rainfall today at Corpus Christi International Airport. So that now puts us at 13 days of recorded rainfall at CCIA for 2026. Small gains, but April has been very generous to us. So over the past couple of hours, that's it. Just a few spotty showers. Most of that has been near Baffin Bay on the southern side of things and just outside of 281 there on the western side of the highway in Gem Wells County. So we'll continue to see the opportunity for these passing showers. Will that mean day number 14 for rainfall at CCIA? Well, we'll talk about where we could see a few of those more isolated showers as we head on into your Wednesday and what's beyond this rainy situation coming up in your full forecast in just a few.
Steph, thank you. Let's face it, potholes continue to be a problem here, but for some drivers on the west side, it's gotten worse. Jada Jenkins took a drive to check it out herself and get some answers from the city.
On just his 8-minute drive to work down Horn Road, one Westside neighbor texted me saying he counted 26 potholes. So a photographer and I went to see for ourselves. And the ride was bumpy. After recent rainfall across Corpus Christi, city officials say weather can make road problems worse.
So every time it does rain, we do get an increase in calls for pothole repair because the nature of the water penetrating the cracked surface creates these pothole events.
And he says older parts of town often feel it the most.
So older sections of town that have older pavement sections are going to see more potholes than a newer paved area.
The city says it created a rapid pavement program to improve aging streets.
It's gone down a lot over the last 3 years since I've been here.
But on the west side, some residents say they haven't seen enough change. I stopped by the Molina Neighborhood Center, where Cesar Flores says families use Horn Road to get to his center every day. He says bad streets are nothing new.
It's the same situation. It's not just this road. It's every road back down over here.
So I told them about my meeting with the city.
They mentioned it was because of the bad weather, and that's what kind of makes it.
We always have bad weather, dry weather. It's the same thing. It doesn't make a difference.
And says some lanes are harder to drive than others.
You see, half the road is drivable, while the other half has about an inch cap.
Drivers on the west side said they don't believe much will change, while the city says drivers should report potholes and other road issues to their 311 City Services hotline or on their website. On the west side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jada Jenkins, KRIS 6 News.
Jada, thank you. One family is still living in an abandoned apartment complex in Beeville. The fire marshal deemed the Normandy apartments unsafe last August. All tenants were ordered to move out, but Rachel Vela and her son stayed. They have lived there for 8 years. They bring in their own water for daily use. Vela says she feels safe.
But my apartment, this one here, is livable. It is very livable. And just because I don't have running water coming through the pipes does not make it unlivable. It's still livable.
Code enforcement officials say the complex is dangerous. The city is offering to help Bella find a new apartment. She has until May 2nd to leave, but says she may need more time. Pakistan's tense capital anxiously awaits new Iran peace talks as ceasefire deadline imposed by President Donald Trump looms. NBC's Keir Simmons is in Islamabad and reports on potentially decisive new talks between Vice President J.D. Vance and Iran's leadership.
Well, the ceasefire expires technically tomorrow, according to President Trump, and there are no negotiators from either side here in Islamabad at this point. It is just a short flight here from Tehran, but Iran's foreign minister says their team has not left. Vice President Vance is expected to be here. President Trump at the same time, while suggesting that they should negotiate, also threatening Iran, saying that they will, if they don't negotiate, have problems like they've never seen before. On the other hand, the person who led Iran's negotiations last time, the Speaker of their parliament, Mohammad Ghalibaf, he has said in a statement that they will not negotiate under threats and that they have been preparing new cards, he says, as his words, on the battlefield. So both threats and the two sides seeming to talking. Now, when these negotiations do start, already the Pakistanis have this city locked down with armed security, with extra police and whole highways and freeways closed off. But that doesn't mean it is going to happen after more of that tension in the Strait of Hormuz last weekend. China's leader, President Xi, saying in a statement that may be an important diplomatic intervention after a phone call with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince that the Strait of Hormuz should be allowed to maintain normal navigation.
Keir, thank you. This fundraiser is flying into Bubba's 33. We'll tell you about it after the break.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. A local restaurant is raising money to protect bald eagles. Bubba's 33 is hosting a fundraiser tomorrow. All sales from dine-in and to-go orders will go to the American Eagle Foundation. The group works to protect birds of prey.
And what we do is we have a fundraiser where 100% of profits go back to our American Eagle Foundation, which is our sponsor. We sponsored with them up last year. We were working on it for a long time.
Well, kids 12 and under can also get a free meal. They just need to turn in a special coloring sheet. The restaurant raised more than $120,000 for the cause last year. Well, the future of 32 teams relies on Thursday night's draft. And big news for Spurs superstar Wemby. More on that after the break.
Buck Days continues the tradition of changing lives through education and scholarships with the Port of Corpus Christi Leadership Program, sponsored on Chris 6 by Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
Hey there, we were warmer today, and I think that was a welcome statistic for everybody here across the coastal bend. We're in April, and I think the idea of winter has passed us. We are looking forward to the warmer temperatures of summer, but we were actually much cooler even for April standards, and we're about to head in the other opposing direction, a more extreme direction with 90s back in the forecast as we move on into the weekend. So we'll take 78 today. That's what was forecast. That's where we landed. And we'll be back in the 80s area-wide tomorrow. But another great number here on the almanac, 11/100ths of an inch at CCIA. That makes today our 13th day where we saw recorded rainfall at CCIA in all of 2026. So we're keeping track because at this point, the goal for 2026, just to get something on the board. But carrying on the trend of the temperatures, look how much warmer we are in your neighborhood this afternoon, this evening. We're 11 degrees warmer in Rockport, 8 degrees warmer in Port A, 7 for the Bluff, here around Corpus Christi, including the airport, and in Robstown. The bigger numbers, though, down in Hebbronville, 14 degrees warmer right now than we were at this time on your Monday, with showers still moving across the coastal bend. So here's a look at the actual air temperature, and in yellow, what that temperature feels like to your body once we factor in that humidity. So temperatures in the 70s still, 77 along the coast, a little warmer in Rockport, 78, the same case for Ingleside, 76 in Corpus Christi, and 80 degrees for more inland and southern neighborhoods like Hebbronville and Falfurrias this evening. We're going to be much warmer going forward. So let's take a closer look at your neighborhood forecast with the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network, focusing on how much rain fell today, because this is where we see a bigger variety in the numbers, because the showers that we saw were very spotty and much more widely scattered around the area. So in Live Oak County, many of us in excess of 1/10 of an inch, on the way to about 1/4 of an inch, as seen here, 0.23 from one of our George West stations. And moving into the Bee and Refugio County areas off Hilltop Road in Bee County, nearly 1/4 of an inch, 0.22, and in Refugio County off Kelly Road, 11/100ths of an inch, matching what we saw at CCIA. So these were very quick moving, more scattered showers, and most of this activity was focused in the morning, but it pays off. Look around Lake Corpus Christi. We've seen, again, that variety of numbers, but these are some of our higher totals. 0.22 off Sundance Circle, 14/100ths of an inch off North Sandy Hollow Road, and off County Road 803, 27/100ths of an inch. So not bad, right? And while this activity winds down, that makes for a good dog walk, but you might want to find some mosquito spray. That bug repellent will come in handy. I've seen a lot more of the mosquitoes out and about in my neighborhood, so your dogs may want to also benefit from a little bit of that protection. But here's our duo today, Ellie Mae and Chico. Can you see this one blending in with the couch? These pups like to get out there and go for a walk, even though they seem very comfortable where they are. So it's going to be a nice evening as temperatures come down. It feels a little cooler after that rainfall out there, and we're seeing a breeze from the southeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour tonight. So this might be the first time you could take a longer walk, since we're not going to have the rain interrupting those plans. But make no mistake, there are still some showers around the area. We're just seeing less of that activity. Most of it is focused in our inland neighborhoods along 77 and 281, with most of this in the more northern and inland neighborhoods, such as across parts of McMullen, Live Oak, and Jim Wells counties, not to mention Duval County as well. So how are we looking to transition into a drier weather pattern heading into Wednesday. It's going to be a gradual decrease in the activity. By tonight, not a whole lot of rain to talk about, but a whole lot of clouds. We'll see one more chance of showers moving into the northern neighborhoods as we head into tomorrow morning, and those clouds will begin to clear in a big way by Wednesday afternoon, meaning warmer temperatures. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We are going to see temperatures flirting with the 90s as we head on into the next 7 days.
Steph, thank you. Well, time is ticking down to the NFL draft in Pittsburgh. Excitement is building as event spaces are starting to take shape. Andrew Havrick gives us a first look.
Crews have been working hard, putting the finishing touches on the NFL draft experience at Point State Park.
We've been here about 10 days now.
The draft experience at the Point will be a 3-day festival across the Allegheny River from the actual draft. Fans will be able to watch the draft on screens, play in different interactive games, and take pictures on the red carpet. All 6 Steelers Lombardi trophies will be on display. There will be life-size replicas of the Super Bowl rings, and fans will have opportunities to meet and get autographs from Steelers legends.
So if you want to get free player autographs, come to the Point. This is where they're going to be.
Steelers country at the draft experience will also have a 1970s Pittsburgh basement-themed fan cave, which we saw crews working on today. There will also be local concessions for football fans to get a taste of the Burgh.
All of the vendors here are local. They keep 100% of their revenue. Great opportunity to showcase amazing Pittsburgh fare to those that are local and those that are going to be coming in from all over the country. And really the world. We have a lot of fans actually coming in from Ireland because of the game that you hosted this season.
Fans will be able to experience all of this starting at noon on Thursday, and it's all free except for concessions and merchandise.
A couple of days still here to go, but amazing, amazing progress here, and we can't wait to open our doors Thursday at noon.
Well, the NBA playoffs continue to roll on tonight, and Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama continues to add his name to the record books this season. Now, last night, Wemby was named the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, becoming the first player in league history to win the award unanimously. At just 22 years old, he also becomes the youngest player to ever win Defensive Player of the Year, and it doesn't stop there. Wemby is also a finalist for NBA MVP. A historic submarine sale is one step closer to becoming a local monument. We'll tell you who's stepping in to help restore it.
Buck Days continues the tradition of changing lives through education and scholarships with the Port of Corpus Christi Leadership Program, sponsored on Chris 6 by Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Car wreck? Heil will help.
Welcome back. A historic submarine will now be a monument for all to enjoy here in Corpus Christi. We're talking about the U.S.'s city of Corpus Christi. Now, a project that's been in the years in the making. Last week, our photographer happened to drive by a property owned by Edward Schall Foundation and spotted the sale in storage. And now there's a new development. The foundation has confirmed it's stepping in to help with the restoration process. And as our Chris 6 anchor Michelle Hoffman found out, it means a lot for veterans like Phil Crimbo. He's a submarine veteran who once oversaw repairs at a base where the city of Corpus Christi was home ported.
37 years later, I'm still going to be responsible for maintenance and upkeep of the memorial sail.
And totally a full circle moment, right?
Exactly.
There's no timeline for the refurbishment completion. Once the sail takes its place, the local Marine Sea Turtle base will be in charge of maintaining it. Now, if you've recently taken a drive on Staples near King High School, you are not seeing double work on another harbor bridge, which is underway. The harbor bridge, however, is being put together with paint and brushes. It's actually a mural of the bridge. The giant work of art is being painted on exterior of City Church's educational.
Been at it 3 weeks. We enlarged it by a third bigger than originally planned. So it went from giving the impression of the cables to literally painting each individual cable.
The mural should be finished later this week. The church plans to have a big ribbon cutting on Sunday.
It's impressive.
Very impressive. And it seems like the nice weather was out there for us to grab it. Yesterday, would have
Maybe
been full
not
of
so much.
rain. Exactly.
Well, I'm glad that they were able to do that. I appreciate we have so many talented artists here in the Coastal
Yes,
Bend.
we do,
But
yeah.
the photographers too, we appreciate the view y'all sent into the Coastal Bend Weather Watchers group. But I think we're going to move back to sunny photos in the forecast because rain chances are going to be very far and few between. We're moving into a drier period. There will still be some humidity around though this weekend. I think at most that's all we can anticipate for the weekend. And that's great because we've got the Buck Days Rally Night Parade on Saturday. You and I will be there, Claudia.
Yes,
having
we will
lots of
be.
fun. It's going to be hot though, so we'll have to be ready for that.
Well, I'll have my little spray bottle and fan.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Everybody, thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. We will see you here in about 30 minutes at 6 o'clock. Have a good one.
Bye.